Hello, I'm Dow Bartling. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful summer day, and I hope that the time we spend together is going to make it a brighter summer day. The older I get, the more I think. And the word I'm thinking of today is myth. Traditional story without an author, usually intended to teach a lesson or explain one of the many mysteries of life, explain nature or describe the customs of a certain people. On the path of my life, I have come across myths. I'd like to share a couple with you. This myth comes from Panama, the old man of the forest. You see, in the country of Panama, there were two orphans, and these two orphans lived out in the country. And the village people, all of them, loved those orphans. As they grew older, they fell in love with the same girl. And on one day, due to hatred, envy, and jealousy, they started to fight, and they were using their machetes. Using their machetes, a sad event happened. One of them was killed. The one who survived, he felt so guilty that he left the village and lived out in the forest jungle. That's where he spent his eternity. To this day, people out in the village or out in the forest jungle, they swear that they can hear that young boy singing. And they can sometimes smell smoke from his pipe. When they do, they immediately make the sign of the cross, praying to protect them from jealousy, envy, and hatred. A myth of Panama. Growing up on the Omaha Indian tribe in northeast Nebraska, I heard of another myth. This myth involves the deer woman. Now, the deer woman is, what you can expect, part deer and woman. She is there to protect the Omaha tribe, the people, from bad people and particularly adulterous men. This story that I particularly remember of the deer woman has a kernel of truth with it. A teacher was driving on Highway 75 south of the Omaha tribal grounds. And that evening, as it got darker and darker, that teacher had an accident. The cause of that accident was a deer. A deer went right through his windshield and caused him to have sudden death. Was it a deer, or was it caused by the deer woman? We do not know. We do not know. My final myth goes like this. I have been involved for the last, almost close to 50 years, one industry and only two careers involving that industry. That is the life insurance industry. The myth that is involved is this. Life insurance is too expensive. Life insurance is too expensive. Now, life insurance can fit all kinds of needs, whether that be final expense, perhaps, college education to cover a mortgage, or an income replacement for premature death. All of this can be provided by life insurance. But some will say it is just too expensive. It is too expensive. Well, I have before me right here, folks, this is a rate book. This rate book is from 1930. 1930, this rate book. And it's got all of the companies back then, it's got their rates. So I looked up a male, age 40, $100,000. Average health, called standard. The rate for that premium on an annual basis, level for 10 years, would be $870. The lowest rate back then, 1930, $870. Now, let me ask you this. Back in 1930, do you think, compared to today, do you think a loaf of bread? Do you think gas? Do you think your new car, your new house, do you think it would be lower or a higher price? Yes, I agree. I think it'd be a higher price. But when I compared this rate of $870, folks, to today's rate, using 26 carriers I had available to me, male, 40, standard, even a smoker, I did not choose the lowest rate. I chose the highest rate. The highest rate I could find, folks, was $354 a year. $354 a year compared to $870. But the myth is life insurance is too expensive. It's getting too expensive. Contraire. Miss. As you enjoy your summer days, you may visit places that normally isn't in your own backyard. Enjoy the miss. Learn the lessons from the miss. And enjoy that summer day. And until we meet again, I hope today made it a brighter summer day. And until we meet again, you take care.